Today we're exploring a piece of gear that might just enhance your off-road adventures, the AUXITO jump starter and air compressor. As Bronco owners, we understand the necessity of being prepared in any adventure scenario. But is this guy worthy of adding to your Bronco toolkit? So right out of the box, it has this really neat carrying case. It actually feels pretty sturdy. It feels like it has a hard shell, which it does. It has a carrying loop right here, so that way if you wanted to use molly panels or anything like that, you easily could. It actually looks really nice. It also helps that my favorite color is yellow, and the case is yellow and black. To start, we have the user manual that talks about the jump starter and the air compressor. We have, okay, so these are two different pieces. We have the actual jump starting cables right here that we will plug in to the device a little bit later for the tire inflator. Comes with a few little accessories too right here for the air pump. So that way you could change it if you wanted to pump up like a ball instead of a tire. They do have those different heads that you can add to it. And then right here we have a USB charging cable. Now we're gonna go ahead and flip over to this side, which is nice. They have a nice protective flap. It's not like something that's super thick, but it's enough to protect your main piece of equipment, which is right here. And there it is. And I gotta say, it is heavy duty. One thing to keep in mind is they claim that this guy does have 3,500 amp power for your jump starter, 120 PSI for your tire inflator. It does have a flashlight, which claims to be 400 lumens, and it's also a power bank, so you'd be able to charge your phone, which is actually pretty cool. So the first test we're gonna do is the tire inflation test. So we have the tube right here that I'm gonna go ahead and connect to the power bank, right at the top, right here near the flashlight. It looks like it has an overheat warning. I don't know if that's something that will light up if it overheats or if it's just saying it can overheat. So we've just aired down the tire using my tire deflators. It is down to 25 PSI. So I'm going to turn on the AUXITO. Right now it's telling me that it is at 99% battery, which is perfect because that's going to give us what we need to be able to test it. So from here I'm going to go ahead and click the M, which is mode. And right there it's saying 36 PSI. So we're in the right mode. I'm gonna hit the plus button to go ahead and set it to my 39 PSI, which is the number that is suggested based on the Bronco. And then we are gonna connect it and we will get it started. So right now it's actually telling me the PSI of my tire is at 23, which is about right because we deflated it to 25 and we pushed it on, which let out some of the air. I have it connected. It is all ready to go, so I'm gonna click the power button. We're at about 3 minutes, 13 seconds in, and it just stopped. Back on and try to reset it and see if we can get it back up to that 39. It now says it's at 98% battery, which is to be expected. Okay, 36, we wanna get it to 39, start. So 4 minutes and 23 seconds in, we're at about 31 PSI and it shut off again. So what I'm thinking is it's probably overheating. We decided to test this on the Bronco because on the Amazon product page, it does show pictures of Jeeps and trucks and things like that. So we wanted to put it to the test with my Bronco tire. So we're gonna go ahead and start it again and we're gonna see how long it takes to fill up this tire. It says it's at 97% battery, mode, okay, PSI, and start. Now we just inflated the tire using the AUXITO air compressor. Now it totally worked, but it definitely took a lot longer than the standard air compressor, which we have was about 3 minutes and 30 seconds-ish. This guy took about 10 minutes. So if we're out on the trail and it's super hot and you want to get off the trail, but you have to inflate your tires, this would take you 40 minutes, whereas the other one would take you about 15. So is this the best device to use for off-roading, inflating your tires after deflating? Probably not, but it would be really handy for those moments when you do get that low tire monitor up on your dash and you need to check it. So you go ahead, pop this guy on and maybe fill it up a few PSI just to get you home. Yeah, that's really, really helpful. But now we're gonna go ahead and go test the jump starter. Right now we are simulating a dead battery. So we're gonna see if this can go ahead and turn it over. So I'm gonna place this. The cables are pretty short, so you do have to get pretty close. Now this is interesting because it doesn't say that you have to push the power button or anything. It says once you plug in the power cables, you go ahead, you connect the red to the red, and then black to the negative. And then we're gonna go ahead and see if it'll turn over. Yep, it did it, so that's awesome. So after putting it to the test, is this worthy of being put into my Bronco toolkit? I'm gonna say yes and no. I'm gonna say yes because it is a great tool to have in the case of an emergency. Your battery dies because you accidentally left your lights on. It could jumpstart your battery. One of your tires is a little bit low, so you go ahead and use this to top it off to get you home. It can even charge your phone in the case of an emergency, which is great. But I'm not gonna be putting this in my off-road Bronco toolkit. And the reason is it would take way too long to inflate all 4 of my tires after a day on the trail. And it struggled to inflate my 32-inch tires. It did overheat on us twice, and it took about 10 minutes a tire. I know that most Bronco owners, if they go ahead and up their tire size, they usually go up to about 35, so it would even take a little bit longer than what we showed today. This can be an amazing gift for somebody you love that you want to make sure that they always have a backup in the case of an emergency. If you want to see more Bronco DIY content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you found this video useful, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you're using something similar to this in your off-road toolkit, go ahead and leave a comment down below. And we're going to catch you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.